Hello guys. Mid took this trade today, but didn't send it to the community for two reasons. The first reason is being it is inside of a liquidity range, and I do not advise for beginners or any kind of person to trade inside of a liquidity range. But this was when I took the setup, when we got mitigated, um, when it was going up, went back up. This is one of the reasons why I don't send it. Anything that would cause kind of panic, it's not something I would like to put anybody into. And as you can see, we finally smashed TP. But let's go to TradingView and try to understand how it's played out. Okay. Let me slide my phone. Back orientation. Blah blah blah. Okay. So guys, as you all know, we trade liquidity points to liquidity points. First things first, we go to the higher time frame to understand exactly what we are looking for and what we want. So this right here is my own what should we call it? That's my own breaker structure point. As you can see, if I drag it across like this is from here to here is my demand zone. Okay, from the low to the high is my demand zone. As you can see, we expected mitigation inside of this demand, which the market came to do. So this right here was my TP point. But now, how do we take the entry, and why did we take this particular entry this way? Few reasons. First things first, we need to first of all identify liquidity points. Now, first of all, what's the liquidity point? It is this line right here on top of the demand. Noted. The next thing is, what's the trend at the moment? We can see from the higher time frame that it is a downtrend. Right? It's a downtrend after the sweep of this high, and it is a downtrend until we've actually, market has actually come into this demand level, or at least into this line that is above this demand level, which is this one right here, this guy. So since I know that is the line I'm targeting, I need to try and understand what the flow is as at that moment in time. As at yesterday, we had this break of structure right here. We had this break of structure. Okay, market broke it. It didn't take out this particular high right here, or we can even use the one above, which is this. The market didn't take that out, so we understand that okay, there's a chance for a pullback. And what did the market do after we had the break of structure? It's used what caused the break of structure, which is this guy. It mitigated it and then rallied up to reach the eye, which is this, as we can see from here. Okay, just simple thing, simple, no stress. As you can see, everything is just straightforward. Now this is the liquidity point it went to. Now from this liquidity point, we're expecting markets to what? Come down towards at least this level before markets would reverse and go the opposite direction. So if I go down to the lower time frame now, I can try and see it clearly. This is for this yesterday and this today. Now, what did I see from today? I could see the sweep of this liquidity right here. Beautiful. What else do I see? Do I see a break of structure? Yes, I see a break of structure, or we can, in this case, call it a change of character. This is the internal one, and this is the external one. Now, in this case, I'm going to use this external as my supply range. From here to the top right here, this is my supply range. So this is where I'm going to be targeting next for New York, when New York opens in a bit. This is my target zone, and this line here is going to be the liquidity line. But before market comes back to take out this liquidity that didn't mitigate my demand, one thing I would be expecting first for the market or price to do is to what? First of all, come down to this line right here, giving me a reversal to push price towards this level. Because as you can see on this higher time frame, it generated for us a bunch of liquidity straight down like so. You can see that that's a ton of liquidity on that eye. But why did we take on this sell? We took on this sell because we were targeting this line right here. And then what confirmations do we get before we were able to do so? The first thing is what? The mitigation of this supply. This is the supply range. Mitigating the Asia. Okay, what is the next thing we see? We see a bunch of liquidity in this area. First thing is to look for a break of structure. Break of structure. Did we get it? Yes, we had a beautiful break of structure points. After the break of structure points, we saw a decision how the market came to mitigate. We're just following the trend here, guys. It's as simple as basic as this. Following the trend, we had this guy. Next supply. The supply was mitigated by a week. Okay, what else do we see? Market came down, giving us what? On the lower time frame, a break of structure. Okay, we had a break of structure here of this guy. So, and then what else do we see? This guy right here generated liquidity at this top. So many top we could see. We have how many touches did we get? We had, let me use this guy. We had the first touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch, fifth touch before the sweep. So immediately I saw that sweep, I knew, yeah, it's time to go into the trade. Now I used the internal break of structure as leverage. In this case, this was the break of structure point. That was the break of structure, and since that was my break of structure, where is it again? Break of structure points. After my break of structure points, this here on my 5 minutes was my order block. As you can see, it's just straightforward, guys. Straightforward. This was my supply, and then I put in my entry, and then boom. It's is within the liquidity range because I'm trying to target here. So I don't expect the price to go a long mile or a long way. This is just my major target, and the price has just reached it, swept it, and all of that. So for New York, I'm expecting some kind of confirmation to ride price long. So this point right here. So this is my next point of target. So I hope this helps you all to understand how the market flows, how the direction moves, and everything. Then that's how we do it, guys. So you all have a great one. Peace, everyone.